Alright, Schlockmeister fans, another re-review from my previous channel, the BLU-RAY, Richard Crenna and George Kennedy in Death Ship. Let's check it out. That's clearly the German language. Now here's a different ship. This is an ocean liner, like a cruise ship. That's George Kennedy, the captain. And that's Richard Crenna. I think they're on a collision course for that other ship. Then out of nowhere, out of the darkness, out of the blackness.
That's on a collision course. 20 degrees port.
Collision causes some major damage, of course. And I think she's going down. The next morning we see our survivors, and apparently everybody drowned except these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people?
You've got to hold our position. Make it easier for her to see rescue.
How about make it 9?
Hey, give me a hand. Come on.
They end up floating right next to that big freighter, which obviously we know as the Death Ship. This is clearly what hit them last night. They decide to board the ship, and of course they can find nobody. There's 2 little kids on board. Here's one of them peeing. The captain is like injured or something, so they struggle to get him up. And it looks like the ship did that by itself. But not to worry, they get him up, and everybody's fine. And a few accidents occur. Then the ship, like, drops him. We hear this German language again. Is the captain getting possessed? And this guy's about to have another accident. All of a sudden, our ship rumbles to life. Well, what's happened to her? I don't know what the hell happened to her, but she goes to the captain, who's now speaking German. I think we're dealing with a Nazi boat here. And he chokes her to death. So they dump her body off the side, bury it at sea, and then all of a sudden, the lifeboats seem to have a mind of their own. In the wheelhouse, Richard Crenna can't do anything.
A German naval officer. It's as if the ship has somehow taken possession of him.
Where is he now?
I left him in the wheelhouse.
I'm scared. You're scared. I'm scared shirtless. It's shitless. Oops.
There's a woman taking a shower. And then blood starts coming out. comes out for quite a while in there. Of course, by the time they break in there to get her out, suddenly all the blood is gone. And so is she. It's because the captain grabbed her body and tossed it over the side.
We've got to stop it before he gets to someone else.
Find another room filled with teeth. Clearly the result of some Nazi experimentation. They also find the human remains in shackles and headless. I don't know what craziness is going on here, but didn't turn out well for that guy. As the captain then crushes him in some sort of fishnet. Richard Crenna's confronted by the captain. Stabs him with a butter knife, which apparently does absolutely nothing. Nope, it does fell him, but it doesn't kill him.
Stay down.
Captain gets the upper hand on this one, though. The few survivors left, though, are tossing over a raft. The commander takes it out on the boat now.
I command you to alter course.
So they got away. The captain is on some sort of, I don't know. He's about to get his gears grinded. And our survivors are about to get rescued. They did grab Richard Crenna, by the way. He wasn't dead. Our movie ends with our death ship closing in on another vessel. Alright, let's talk about this movie, Death Ship. Now, this is a movie that I rented and copied back maybe 1986 or so. I think I rented it from a video store, actually it was a grocery store called Red Owl in Two Rivers, Wisconsin. And back then I was copying lots of movies. I'd rent 7, 8 at a pop. I'd tape them all night long. I'd set my alarm clock to wake up every 90 minutes, and then I'd switch tapes and start another one. So inevitably, a lot of the movies that I copied, I never actually watched. This one I watched. I don't know if this one happened to be before I went to bed, but whatever. I watched Death Ship, and I remember liking it. Didn't see it again until maybe the mid-90s when I retaped it onto a VHS tape. Then I watched it in 2012, and I think I watched it again in 2016. So this might be the 5th time I've seen this movie. So I've seen it a number of times. I've kind of gone back and forth on this movie a little bit, whether I like it or not. I think I do like it overall. So what we have here is this this luxury cruise liner, I guess, with George Kennedy is the captain. They get hit in the middle of the night by the Death Ship, this big black hulking ship of some sort, which comes out of nowhere and smashes into them. And presumably tons of people died, because the next day we see just a life raft with maybe 10, 12 people on it. That's it. What happened to everybody else on the boat? They don't really say, but I guess we presume they're drowned. While they're like, splashing away or rolling away in their little lifeboat there, they find a body in the water. Turns out it's George Kennedy, and he's not dead. He was somehow, I don't know where he was, but he popped out, and he was just there. So they rescued him, but he was not quite coherent. He was in and out of consciousness, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, they end up going to this ship. They find the ship, and I don't think they're aware that this was the ship that hit them in the middle of the night. But they find this big hulking cruiser of some sort, like a battleship. I don't know what it is, but it's very, very old. And they hop on board, and it's deserted. It's empty. There's nobody there, yet the ship is somehow still operating in some sort of capacity. They snoop around a bit, and it turns out this is some sort of German battleship or German ship of some sort from World War II. And then we hear like Nazi voices and things like that. The captain becomes possessed, I guess, by Nazis. I don't know. they find like this bucket full, or not a bucket, a drawer full of teeth. Like we're, I guess, led to believe that the Germans were doing some sort of dental work on board this ship, more like torture probably. And the captain just goes nuts and starts killing people. And again, there's only like 10, 12 people on this boat at this point, so there's not a lot. Ultimately, there's a big struggle between the captain and Richard Crenna, who's one of the survivors also. The survivors manage to make it to another life raft. They get on that. Richard Crenna manages to dispose of the captain, and that's pretty much it. It's just kind of like a spooky show on a boat. Let me read you the back here. It says, George Kennedy stars Richard Crenna and a few others in this terrifying tale of a possessed ship searching for new victims on the high seas. An ocean liner carrying vacationing passengers collides with a mysterious freighter. The handful of survivors seek refuge aboard the sinister freighter, which turns out to be possessed by the evil forces that once commanded the Death Ship. Once commanded it. The Death Ship has a life of its own. Pray you never risk. Blah, 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 blah. So anyway, yeah, that's it. So, like I said, George Kennedy seems to get possessed. At one point, I think he said, like, the boat needs blood. The boat needs blood. Like, the boat needs people to die on it to continue to survive. I don't know. I guess. I don't know. But anyway, the movie itself, I like I said, I think I like this movie more than I don't like it. One of the things I like about it is it's kind of has like a spooky vibe to it. Like soundtracks in movies, especially horror movies, are great. However, I think sometimes when there's no sound at all, that is one of the coolest, creepiest soundtracks. When you just hear silence and, a dripping of a faucet or something creaking. Like there's a scene in the beginning of Evil Dead when the wind is blowing and that bench on the porch swing is banging. It's just real sounds. That to me has a creepiness to it when it's just quiet except for those real sounds. I like that. And this movie has some of that in it as well. So I dig that. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. There is a nude scene in this movie, the woman taking a shower. I don't know who the actress was, but that was kind of cool. So it was a bloody shower too. So anyway, that's it. It's Death Ship. It's available on DVD and Blu-ray. I got the Blu-ray here. And who put this out? Scorpion. Well done, Scorpion. It's a pretty good copy too. It looks pristine. If you get this one, there's all kinds of extras on here too. Let's see. Katarina's Nightmare Theater. Actually, there's not a lot. Well, there's deleted scenes, isolated music track, a featurette, learn what the ship is saying. So yeah, this is a pretty good Blu-ray with some nice extras on it. I think you can get this probably for the $20 range. In that range. It's been a while since I got this, so I don't know. Maybe it's out of print. Who knows? But check it out. Let me know what you think about Death Ship. And by the way, I think another movie came out in the early 2000s, maybe even called Ghost Ship or something like that, which had a very similar poster art with that skull on the boat there. So check this out. Let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments. It's Death Ship. Watch it. Bye.